The entire.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to Jet Smith. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Milwaukee Bucks as they go up against the Golden State Warriors. Well, for the Warriors, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early.
We'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Warriors take to the road. Welcome to Milwaukee, home court advantage for the Bucks. We're at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Now Golden State's starting five. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Barnes at the small forward position.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on.
And when it comes to Michael Carter-Williams, guys, I feel like people either love him or they don't buy him at all. I mean, he has the size, he's a good athlete, he plays hard, but he's also had some injuries, and he's been very inconsistent at times.
Parker left side. And Middleton kicks to Carter-Williams. Here's Parker. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Parker's got 5 now.
And that's just a great individual play right through the teeth of the defense.
And Thompson kicks to Curry. And Parker with the block. And they'll keep possession. And that one's good. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Thompson against Antetokounmpo. From 10 feet out, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Antetokounmpo's got his first points in this one. Curry with it. Now defended by Carter-Williams. And Thompson kicks to Green. Outside for Curry. Here's Bogut. Drops it in from 11 feet.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
The Bucks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Parker outside, takes the 3. The Warriors pull it in. Barnes passes to Thompson. Here's Curry. Chance there to take the lead, missing. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Carter-Williams dishes to Monroe. Middleton. And he overshot that one, missing.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing.
And sometimes he can hit that deep 3, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range. It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking. Guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
Now, here's Curry. Floats one up. Here's Thompson. Again, the miss by Thompson.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Parker drives in. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. And Middleton kicks to Monroe. Rebound Bogut.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost plus 15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they won it.
Now here's Curry following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Yeah, he looked clumsy on that one. He was not going to get away with that.
Yeah, he climbed all over him. I mean, there's a picture of that one in the officiating manual. So, clear, easy call.
And the Bucks with some changes. John Henson's checked in for Monroe. Mayo comes in for Chris Middleton. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Carter Williams. Spates checked in for Golden State. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Mayo kicks to Parker. And again, the Bucks miss. The Warriors trail it. Here's Thompson. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. They now take the lead.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
For Milwaukee, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Banked in off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got his second bucket.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip. And, you know, you hear everybody talking about Giannis's potential. I mean, look at the athleticism coupled with his measurables. I mean, that is just off the chart.
Now here's Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Green's got his second basket of the night.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
For Giannis, it's not just his physique and length. Clark, he moves insanely well for a guy that size.
Yeah, Giannis also might not be done growing, Kevin.
Right.
How scary is that? I mean, you know, he could be a legit 7-foot shooting guard when it's all said and done. That would be something to see. There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
He dishes it to Henson. Antetokounmpo against Spates. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist by Parker. And that's now 6 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Knocks it loose. Spates the pass to Iguodala. Fires from deep. And O.J. Mayo pulls it down.
And already we've got a very lopsided edge on the board for them.
Yeah, +5. As you mentioned, that didn't take very long, did it?
Parker against Iguodala. Lets it go from 11. The shot no good. Curry with it. From deep three-point range. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Warriors. And now a chance to hear from Stephen Curry about the team's struggles of late.
Whether we made shots or not, we felt like.
You know, Clark, when you hear a talent as tremendous as Curry talk about what a struggle it is, you know you're watching just outstanding basketball.
Well, I tell you what, I like that kind of serious and focused attitude that's really always been Curry's approach. It's one of the reasons he's always working to get better and hone and upgrade his game, and how he's able to take it that one notch forward each season.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
It's been about the effort. Love the hustle they've shown here in the first.
Yeah, it's due to their hustle, as you said, Greg, and it's showing up on the scoreboard, too.
Mayo out there with John Henson. Then it's Jared Bayless. Then it's Vasquez. And it's Plumlee in at the pivot, manning the middle. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. Here is Bayless. The Warriors making the shot. Mayo dishing to Henson. Kicks it out to Vasquez. The tray. Can't get it to go. And Golden State will come the other way. It's Leandro Barbosa on the wing. Feeds to Livingston. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Here is Bayet. That I'm sure will change. And here comes Livingston, leading the fast break. He goes up again, and it's good on the way in. And the Warriors lead by 8. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They're crashing the offensive glass hard, too. I mean, they've dropped in several second-chance baskets.
Pass to Iguodala. They set the screen. In the corner, Rush with it. Lets it go. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and played to the strengths of his team on the offensive end.
Barbosa kicks to Livingston. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Monroe's checked in for Henson. Chris Middleton comes in for O.J. Mayer. And it's Carter Williams in for Jared Bayless. Golden State also making some changes. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Ian Clark subbed in for Leandro Barbosa. Warriors leading by 4. Clark, the pass to Livingston. Dishes it to Clark. Puts up a 3. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Clark's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
Vasquez kicks to Plumlee from the baseline. Monroe, no good. A nice bounce back year for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
And so it's Milwaukee now. The Warriors making the shot. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Warriors have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Livingston dishes to Azili. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And now an 11-point Warrior lead.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
And the Bucks with some changes. Parker comes in for Plumlee, and Antetokounmpo subbed in for Vasquez. Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Azul. Green comes in for Brandon Rush. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Ian Clark. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. Here's Green after the basket by Milwaukee. Over to the wing. Antetokounmpo against Barnes. 6 to shoot. Bogut drives in, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Warriors leading by 10. Down low, here's Thompson. Craig Monroe with the rebound. 40 seconds left to play in the first half. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Kicks it to Middleton for the 3. Another miss by Middleton. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
The Warriors have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. Curry against Carter Williams. Now here's Curry. Defense right on him.
Bucks foul. Michael Carter Williams.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game. Free throw good, Curry.
Stephen Curry. 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line. 5 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. For 3, Middleton. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that concludes the first half. Warriors ahead. They lead by...
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what has been the underlying principle of...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. Things really started to heat up in that second quarter. That wraps it up for halftime as the game is just about to get going again in the third.
Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. One of the stories here, Draymond Green getting it done today.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, the defensive stalwarts Green and Bogut are down low. The Splash Brothers are the guards, and it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. Clark, remember a year ago, Klay Thompson was the subject of trade speculation, possibly, in fact, going to the Timberwolves for Kevin Love.
Yeah, in the end, the Warriors stood pat, and it was a controversial decision at that point, but I don't think there's any question it was a pretty good move for the Warriors right now.
Curry against Carter Williams. That's good. Carter Williams has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Bucks.
And that's an owner's manual possession to get them a good look there, Kevin.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
They can't guard us on the perimeter.
Lincoln Thompson to that 4-year, $70 million extension. A big show of faith on their part, and it's looking like money well spent.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hi, Kevin. Steve Kerr was just going over the plan with his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Green. Coach asked him directly to take the reins of their offense. He wants him to have a huge impact at that end of the floor for the rest of this game. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.
And now Klay Thompson with deeper pockets, but never one to splurge. His father taught him well. I mean, his rookie year, he drove the family hand-me-down. He bought his next car used, so his focus is clearly on the game, not the glitz and glamour.
Warriors leading by 8. Curry passes to Bogut. It's Thompson off the drive. Nails the 16-footer.
Putting you in.
Thompson's got 5 points so far.
Maybe with that, the lid on this basket will be lifted for him.
Middleton on the wing. Launches a 3. Another miss by Middleton.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And he gets it to go.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
Nobody near Barnes. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists tonight.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
It's stolen by Bogut. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Thompson. And Bogut slams it in.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Isles Plumlee's checked in for Monroe. John Henson comes in for Parker. O.J. Mayo, who's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Carter Williams.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
And here's Thompson following the three-pointer by Chris Middleton.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Well, Milwaukee last year became just the 9th team in NBA history to go from Greg being the worst in the league to a playoff team.
Unbelievable what they accomplished. And they had a tough matchup in the first round with the playoff season Bulls, however. Things didn't go well, but they did get some valuable experience from that effort.
The Warriors have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Jabari Parker's checked in for the Bucks. Vasquez comes in for Jared Bayless. Middleton, and it's sent back by Spates. Livingston kicks to Spates. Green, the screen. The pass to Livingston. And it's blocked. But they'll get another chance. And that one's good. Thompson's got the lead up to 13 now for the Warriors.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Well, as you said, guys, I mean, the Bucks struggled early in their series against the Bulls, but they got the momentum and forced a Game 6, but then were blown out at home to end the series. Ended up losing by 54. That's right, 54. Wow.
And the Warriors making a change here. Clark's checked in. Now Spates after Jabari Parker missed from long range. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And as you said, the Bucks lost on their home floor. One thing about that series is the Bucks introduced their new logo. They gave away free playoff tickets to anyone that turned in their old red gear. Not a bad deal in my book.
Here is Livingston. They set the pick. Here's Clark. And the Warriors get it back. Parker with the steal. Pass to Vasquez. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Vasquez has got 5 now.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Livingston kicks to Green. Pass to Clark. Puts up a 3. The rebound by the Bucks. Henson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The shot by Middleton. Wide open. Off target with his 3.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Livingston kicks to Iguodala. Out to the wing. Fires the 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Hudson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Now the feed to Middleton. Another miss by Middleton. Warriors leading by 10. Here is Livingston. The Warriors have shot 67% from the line tonight, going for 6.
Sean Livingston, 2 shots.
That one misses.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
And defensively, if you're trying to battle back, you can't keep sending them to the line.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Warriors lead by 11. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Bucks trail by 11. The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Jared Bayless is out there with Carter Williams, and it's Monroe in at the 5. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Now the dish to Barnes. Back to Curry. From the arc. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Not good shot selection. Long range and a defender all up in your jersey.
And you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
Screen by Bogut. Looking to get it going. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for Festus Ezeli. Just 5 to shoot. Barnes. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Milwaukee ball.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Milwaukee.
Chris Middleton.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Bayless. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. He was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. So he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by Bogut. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's on Jabari Parker.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Warriors.
But they're rebounding. They've given themselves a lot of second chances, and it's really helped them.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Golden State.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark. And Steph Curry, not just a superstar player, but one of the best contracts in basketball this year and next for under $24 million combined. And you can bet he's due for a major increase in pay when 2017 rolls around.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jason Kidd was saying to his team. He was definitely not pleased. He said, you guys look lethargic out there, and told them they've got to increase their activity level. He ended the huddle by saying, this is not going to get the job done. I want to see who's going to step up.
And he gets the bucket. And for Stephen Curry, a value contract, but a growing list of endorsements. One of the top-selling jerseys in the league, a signature shoe deal. He's doing all right.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about it. He's got a Bible quotation on his wrist that says, love never fails. And that's how he approaches the game, with a true love and faith that his hard work is going to pay off. If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Middleton can't get it to go.